I want you guys' advice, and I think that there must be at least one another
You
person.
guys, I need the advice too.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here on Juvenile Reports podcast, joined by your what are we? We don't have a name. We don't have like a swaggy name. Juvenile Hale's not a juvenile anymore. He's an adult. We have to comment down below what you guys want to call us.
Right.
I wanted to see this so bad. But what's good, everybody? This is your Lancelot hosted episode as usual. Today, before we start, I want to share with you guys, a couple of things. በመጀመሪያ ነገር, this is a milestone episode because we are halfway through our first season of Juvenile Reports podcast. We decided to make 10 episodes for season 1. Yes, we decided to classify it with seasons. So today marks our midway point. Woohoo! Huzzah! Yeah, man. Now getting to the points, right?
All right.
So first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is based on our analytics. First off, the love was amazing. The numbers are great. The second thing is that our audience demographic is mostly 14 up until 16 teenagers, and we got just a small number of young adults as well, 18, 19, and early 20s. So shout out to you if you're listening if you're early 20s or 30, because we don't have those numbers.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So now what does this tell us is that if things go right, we still do have our lives ahead of us, right? So hopefully we're going to be alive for like another 40 or 30 years if things go well. And we need to talk about our future because frankly speaking, I don't think our schools are preparing us for that.
No.
Yeah, because and in the more like Laura which is me and Kay are about to start school by the time of this recording, literally 2 days later. So Monday, me and him are going to be packing our school stuff and going to school just like any other students, which doesn't mean that the episodes are going to be slower. Sorry for the delay the past 2 weeks, but it was New Year's season, so that was that. And now what got me thinking is me and Kay are about, we're going to hear from Kay, but for me it's like I don't really have a game plan. After matric, I do have a rough sketch, probably go to law school and stuff, but other than that I don't really have like a written down way or like a written down word by word, like phrase by phrase, and the plan and now I want you guys' advice, and I think that there must be at least one another
You guys,
person.
I need the advice too. We need to hear from Sas.
Two confused boys. What would you need more? So, the original plan for this, or the first time that we recorded this, let's be honest with the audience here. This is our second time recording this, by the way. It's just the first time we recorded it, we didn't really feel that we said everything that needs to be said. So we're recording it again with no guests. But don't worry, episode 6, hopefully we do have guests. Last time we had guests when we recorded this. But this time I wanted to talk to you guys about our futures, because technically speaking, if you don't start thinking about it kahunu, I don't think it's going to be a bit, more harder. Not harder, but it's going to be stressful. Allah, you see everyone who already planned go ahead of you, and you kind of feel like, I'm lacking behind this stuff.
Right.
And this is something that I actually struggle with myself. I look at my friends, they succeed in something, and I'm like, why aren't I doing that? Why aren't I going to places? Why aren't I achieving things? And it's and it always boils down to me not planning. So planning lending not just the Jama.
It really depends, honestly. Me personally, if I have to plan something for myself, I'm definitely gonna do it. It might not be perfect, but I'm definitely gonna do it. But I find myself lacking when it's not exactly for my benefit. For example, if you were to ask me to plan a wedding, if it's my wedding, it's going to be perfect. I'll plan it perfectly. But it's someone else's wedding, I might, you might not have wine. I might probably forget your drinks. Your cake might be, not there. with a lot of things might be lacking.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying I'm that clumsy or anything,
Yeah.
but if it's for myself, I plan it quite good. But I don't know, not for others.
So basically, don't trust Sasuke when it comes to your wedding.
Correct.
Noted.
Yeah, it's noted. Okay, Santa.
No, I'm not good at planning. I'm not good at planning because ብዙ ጊዜ I've like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. From this time to this time I'm study. From this I'm gonna take a
Oh, bro, Lingarasu. Never works. Never works.
It's more than 5 times. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, man.
It never works.
5
Even
Oh.
5 plus times.
tons. I've done a ton.
Yeah. Like Sas said, it depends. Andande lerase, if you have like to benefit yourself, if the plan is gonna benefit yourself, yane, it might not be perfect, but I'll still do it.
Again, like, the thing is, man, listen, even if it's for yourself, some people might not even go through with that plan because I know, like, people have low self-esteem. Some people would not be like that motivated, you know, in themselves. You know, one thing goes wrong and they're like, nope, man, I'm a failure. They just leave it kind of one.
Yeah.
I think that's like the main excuse when it comes to better working out. One thing happens and you just quit. And that actually happened to me once. I tried to work out, quarantine lemon is no. And as you can see, I'm a skinny boy. Nothing really changed. And that is because like after that, nah, I was scared to even do a push-up.
Are you sure that's the reason?
You lied.
You lied,
bro.
Bro, come on. Nah, bro, like when you're like Allah, like I got sick. Because when I was doing workouts, because I wanted to do it again, because I didn't want to do it, because they're gonna tell me, because all of us at that night, then more like that night, my father brought cake.
Damn.
So that's the end of my workout history. That's now.
I started a home workout once. Start passing, I stopped. Like 2 days later.
It's always
that's
the
it.
like, have you guys noticed, like, always or like something that happens to your body? Yeah, like most of the time, your motivation actually goes for a while, Like if things go right, your motivation to work out actually goes for a while. If something doesn't happen to your body, you're still gonna work out. Again, the one time that something happens to your body, either get 6 drop of nigger, boom, baka. And yeah, I'm like the same with you guys on the planning. Again, the thing with me is like, it's always when I plan, for some reason, it always gotta go wrong. And not like Xavier Meskin, he gave me a creative brain so I could like come up with something on the spot, if it's something to be said or it's something to be like. And not like it's the same. Like when I plan, things just don't go to plan, and I have to always like buzz on the spot or come up with something. When it comes to school, because እስካሁን ድረስ ማለት ነው like I'm freeloader እስካሁን ድረስ ማለት ነው እና እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን ከቶፕ 5 አነሳኝም ግን I'm still like I'm really trying my best to like plan out the rest of my life because the one thing I realize that and this might help someone out there, which is if we mess up on ourselves, I keep telling myself that, which is, Lance, you're not about to ruin this successful man that your parents are building you to be. A lot of people have invested a lot of things into your life. You're not about to ruin that. So get up and get that thing done, whatever it is. And I think that's my motivation. So like, yeah, that's like our motivation. Like we really need your guys' help as well. And talking about help, I actually asked some of my friends who are in their 20s, meaning they're in university, and some who actually have jobs, to give me their advices about what they think. So the question they asked them was, if you could go back in time, or like in general, if you could advise your high school self, what would that advice be? And this was what they said, and I think it's pretty diverse. So let's listen and let's go back to our discussion.
It's actually a very interesting topic. Never thought about it, to be honest, but what would I give to my high school self? One would be to trust in God. And most people are gonna think it's the most repeated word they might have heard a lot, but trusting in God's plan is the best thing I could have done. And from my point of view, a couple of years back, what the perspective I had and what I have now are much different. And what I think for myself, I just realized it's not good enough from what God has in mind. So that it won't make sense every time. But trust in Him. So second point is I would tell my younger self to read books. So I used to be the guy who thinks it's really boring to read books, since I preferred watching movies, and I don't get people who actually enjoy books. And I get that it's a nice thing, it's reading stories really nice, but I always believed in watching is much better. If I want to entertain myself, I would rather watch a movie, right? To this day, I don't understand people who actually read a book to enjoy themselves. I mean, it's their way of enjoying things. But what I support and what I wish I knew, what I wish I could tell myself back then, is to read books. I have found that in books that are self-help, I mean something that can develop you, not just for entertainment, but for self-development. I'm talking about those type of books.
I'm tricky ጥያቄ ነው የጠየቀኝ ግን እሺ ለሃይ ስኩል ሰልፊ የምሰጠው አድቫይስ ባይዞ የሃይ ስኩል እየነበርኩ ኩዚ ነበር የሚባለው ሰው ኩዚ ብዬ ነው ለሃይ ስኩል ሰልፊ አድቫይስ መስጠት የምጠራው። እሺ ኩዚ ምን መሰለህ፣ በጣም ባደክ ቁጥር ተሰንፋለህ ብዙ ነገሮችን ለማድረግ። የሆነ ታይም የሌለ ይመስልሃል ግን እያለህ ማለት ነው። እና በጣም መመክረህ ነገር ባለህበት ሰዓት ያኔ ገና ስንፍናው ሳይጀማምርህ በቃ የምትፈልጋቸውን ነገሮች just small steps, baby steps እያረክ ተለማመዳቸው። develop the hobby, rap, sketch፣ ብዙ ነገሮች በጣም ትችላለህ ስለማውቅ ነው። እና just do.
To be honest, I wouldn't say anything because I think everything that happened in the past, Allah made us who we are right now. So I believe in that. Because of that, I don't want to alter the future because I don't want to alter now. You know, if I tell my high school self, do this, do that, I might change or tweak some of the things that will happen in the future. And I don't want to do that because I love who I am right now. I love what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So I think if we consider it as an advice, I would say, hey, young bud, just, young blood, actually, young bud. What is that? Young blood, just keep doing what you're doing, I was not making music at that time, but I would tell myself, yeah, keep loving music.
We're back. Okay, so what you guys think of what was said? I think they said some good stuff. Sauce, contesty.
Why do I have to start? Anyways,
Yeah.
I think because the first one was talking about how you should give everything to God, all that stuff. He didn't say the exact words, but yeah, he said some good things that I completely relate to. Obviously, since you guys know my situation right now, where I am, and all that stuff. And what did the second guy say? He said something about
Try new skills.
exactly trying new skills. I think I relate to that much better than the others because I don't know. I feel like I've been trying a lot of things lately, especially after like 11th to 12th grade. Like I think 11th grade I started music production because my cousin came home. Yeah, he always walks around with his laptop, and I saw him using FL Studio. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm cooking up some stuff. I'm like, let me hear it. And it's like, it was heat, bro. It was some good stuff. I'm like, yo, how you do this? Then he taught me in like a week or so. Not taught me, but like gave me the basics, what a kick is and all that stuff. And then I got used to it, and well, I'm here right now. I wouldn't say I'm successful,
But he's still
but
cooking
I'm good.
some
You're not as
things.
successful as one of the people who answered.
Yes, exactly.
Just say I'm not gonna reveal anyone's identity,
Yeah.
but one of the people who I asked these questions is a successful music producer. He actually had placements with banks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He good, bro.
Yeah, he good. And then like I want to quote on Sasuke Zigamaras, no, because skill the ones that we do, I think they're really useful for us because some might say that they're just a hobby, and I think they might as well grow to be something. One more thing we could add to our resume, no.
Yeah.
I mean, bunk. Like what's your like first proper so settled job that you think you're gonna have?
Me?
Mm.
Oh, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean, does this count as a job?
Yeah.
Like
This
Friendship.
yeah, he works for the audience. Sauce works as an intern at our church. So yeah, that kind of count.
I'd see. That's exactly what I like. This question right now,
Yeah.
you're asking me, like after 4 years, because that's when I graduated,
Yeah.
right? So, if you ask ninth grade me, what job would you have right now? I wouldn't answer anything. But right now, I have an internship and all that stuff, and well, thank God, obviously. But yeah, I don't know what job I might have, but it's probably gonna be in the field of computer science, or else, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's make this easier. Do you think? Okay, well, first off, let's list off some of the skills that you have, or like some of the things that you did, like other than normal school stuff. Lemsa Linton, you did like sound Linton at church, right?
I do sound system and PowerPoint and stuff.
Yeah. So
How
do you
skillful.
turn up Nintendo.
Yeah, guys, turn up the volume. Come on, guys. That requires so much skill. I could.
Hey, come on now. It's still requires
Okay,
some
well, what do you
sound.
think that would help you to? Like, do you think that you're gonna use that like in the future, or you have any other plans to like learn a new skill that would help you in the future?
Nah. Before I answer that question, I wanna say something about.
Oh yeah, the
The
answers.
things they said.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Jeez, man. My bad.
Yeah, the first one is the first dude said trust God.
Yeah.
I think that's the basic thing you should do. And yeah,
Oops.
trusting God should be one of the top things you
Facts.
should do, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the second one is he said try new skills,
Mhm.
which I am trying to do right now because when you try new skills, I don't know, you find your passion in some of the things.
Yeah.
And I really like graphics design. I don't know. I don't even
Graphics
know
design, ice and Blender, Manaman, or
It's like
3D modeling, stuff like that, or like.
no. You see, graphics design as in like creating some animations and stuff.
Oh.
You like the movies, some
Yeah.
posters and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I did
That's
not.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not like that before. I
Mm.
learned it like almost a year ago. And there's this guy called Mati, Mako, and he was not Mati.
I know.
Mati.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was working on his laptop. I was like, what you doing? It's like this. I'm doing like graphics design, like doing poster for like the PowerPoint presentation. I was like, wow.
Mm.
Let me see that. It's like Sauce with the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
Phil Studio thing.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
cousin. I saw that. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I want to major in that. And now that's technically my plan, majoring in graphic design.
Yeah.
And then
Graphics design is actually gonna take you places. Like the new this is like the new wave of profitable jobs. Duro like it was doctor, pilot, engineer, it's everything related with computer. Graphics design, coding, stuff like that. Crypto.
Crypto.
and
Good, yeah.
the last one he said, I wouldn't say nothing. Like I would
Yeah.
not change
Yeah.
my past self because if it was not for my past, I would not be here speaking like this.
Yeah.
Because he likes the way he's living in the present, and the same goes for me. And yeah, I mean, like without your past, without some of your mistakes you made in the past, some of the efforts you put in the past, we would not be standing here talking to you guys, right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
But don't you want to like change some of the things that you regret?
well, some of those regrets have a lesson for me in a way. Of course, there are some things I'm not gonna get out when you.
Yo, this is interesting. Okay, hold on. If you go back in time, and like if you prevent something, like from ለምሳሌ ማለት ነው, if there was this one very awkward moment in your life, like peak, እና ማለት ነው, you prevent that from happening. Does that mean you forget about it?
Clear example.
And like you try to do it again?
One example would be, you ever go past your old DMs?
Yes.
Exactly.
Mm.
Would you change them?
Yes. Some of them I will.
But why? If you change them, you wouldn't be at a point where you realize whatever you said last time is cringe.
Yeah. That I want.
But now you know whatever you said is cringe. But if you say it right, if you somehow end up changing the timeline and somehow you didn't say that and apparently you were cool then, whatever you said then will be cringe now.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point.
Yeah. That makes
like,
sense.
You know your past.
Yeah.
This is your outcome from the past. But if you change the outcome on your past, you do not know the outcome of this. It might be worse, it might be better.
Yeah, like I think that is really good as well, some of the skills that we should develop. And now one thing that I actually cut out because I wanted to like talk with you guys about more, which is not everything that we learn in school is important የሚለው topic ነው ማለት, which is, yeah, we could agree that like everything የምንማረው አይጠቅመንም.
Not important, but it's useful.
It's useful, good, like for example, when you become a doctor, knowing the 3 bodies of government is not technically going to help you give a prescription for a common cold, let's say. I
Give you like a prescription. It might not give you like a prescription idea, but it definitely help you with your taxes.
How
it won't. It's just knowing it.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Like ማዘር ሁሌ የምትለው ነገር አለ ማለት ነው, which is ሁሉንም አውቆ ማለፍ ጥሩ ነው ትላለች. And I think, yeah, I guess like having experience.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Like having an experience in like in a lot of stuff would help you.
Yeah. So I don't know. You might read stuff. Everything you read might not be as important in your life, but it's useful.
That's the point you're gonna use.
I mean, what's so bad about knowledge? Unless
It will benefit you at some
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
It will benefit you at some point. So yeah. So good, like it's more of like having priorities. I don't know. Good, like prioritizing what you're gonna be working in the field, things that relate to your future.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be like, okay, give me a job example.
a lawyer.
Lawyer, civics, Amarinya, English. Get those subjects right. Math, you could, it's gonna help you with taxes, but not that much. If you get
Taxes. I told you they were gonna come around.
bro, literally, like, do you know how much money like some lawyers make, modest? Because like they help literally calculate your taxes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
I'm gonna
like,
try that now. You see, new skill.
yeah, it's gonna really help you, modest now. Like general business, economics, stuff like this. When you learn about this stuff, and when you take in information related to these stuff, you kind of like get better and better about the things that you know about the specific field you're gonna go in. Lemba, like, okay, let's be honest here, the competition is like immense, intense, but I'm not this now. Right now, to get a job, it's either you're gonna have like or it's either like you're like the top of everything.
Yeah.
And I think maybe like even if you don't excel at a certain thing, I think even if you don't excel at the certain thing, maybe if you could like at least add something more to that to the resume, or add something more than the person before you said, I think that would be good for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up. I just wanted to give you guys like a 2 weeks worth, because we wanted to make up for the time that we weren't able to record for you guys.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that is what we have today. I hope you guys learned something, got some at least a general idea of what you guys want to do in the future. So that is that. Thank you guys for listening. This is Juvenile Reports Podcast signing out. See you next week.
Adios.